Bosipota, a beautiful paradise for birds. There are many places for birding in Hooghly. This amazing place is one of the easiest to visit birding hotspot. Bosipota is a village near Uttarpara. This place contains grassland, woodland and cultivated land. This human-managed habitation is home for almost 196 bird species. Every year during winter, this place is visited by many migratory birds and the regular species breed here. Not only birds, this place is equally home for snakes and jackals, which are very rare to be found. The great egret, also known as the common egret, is a large, widely distributed egret with 4 subspecies found in Asia, Africa, the Americas, and southern Europe. It's a large heron with all white plumage. Standing up to 1 meter tall, the bird can be distinguished from the other white egrets by its yellow bill and black legs and feet. It feeds in shallow water or drier habitats, mainly on fish, frogs, small mammals and occasionally small reptiles and insects, spearing them with its long, sharp bill. It often waits motionless for its prey or slowly stalks its victim. The Indian pond heron is a small heron breeding in southern Iran and eastern India, Burma and Sri Lanka. To the east of its range, it is replaced by the Chinese pond heron. The Indian pond heron's feeding habitat is marshy wetlands. The primary food of these birds include crustaceans, aquatic insects, fishes, tadpoles, and sometimes leeches. Outside wetlands, these herons feed on insects, fishes, and amphibians. The common kingfisher is a small kingfisher with 7 subspecies recognized within its wide distribution across Eurasia and North Africa. It is resident in much of its range, but migrates from areas where rivers freeze in winter. This sparrow-sized bird has the typical short-tailed, large-headed kingfisher profile. It has blue upper parts, orange underparts, and a long bill. It feeds mainly on fish caught by diving and has special visual adaptations to enable it to see prey underwater. It hunts from a perch 1 to 2 meters above the water on a branch, post, or riverbank with its bill pointing down as it searches for prey. The Siberian ruby-throat is a small passerine bird first described by Peter Simon Pallas in 1776. It is a migratory insectivorous species, breeding in mixed coniferous forests with undergrowth in Siberia. It winters in Thailand, India, Indonesia and Bangladesh. This species is slightly larger than the European robin. It is plain brown above except for the distinctive black tail with red side patches. The male has a red throat edged with a narrow black and then a broad white border. Females lack the brightly colored throat and borders. The male has a song similar to a harder version of the garden warbler. The scaly-breasted munia or spotted munia is a sparrow-sized estrilded finch native to tropical Asia. Its name is based on the distinct scale-like feather markings on its breast and belly. The adult is brown above and has a dark conical bill. The species has 11 subspecies across their range and differ slightly in size and color. This munia mainly eats grass seeds apart from berries and small insects. They forage in flocks and communicate with soft calls and whistles. The citrine wagtail is a small songbird in the family Motacillidae. The term citrine refers to the yellow plumage, whereas the name wagtail refers to their habit of wagging their tail constantly. This species breeds in the central Palearctic in wet meadows and tundra. It migrates in winter to South Asia, often to highland areas. Hoopoes are colorful birds found across Africa, Asia, and Europe, notable for their distinctive crown of feathers. The English name is an onomatopoeic form which basically imitates the cry or sound that the bird makes. The diet of the hoopoe is mostly composed of insects, although small reptiles, frogs, plant matter such as seeds and berries are sometimes taken as well. It is a solitary forager which typically feeds on the ground. The Asian open-billed stork is a large wading bird in the stork family Cyconidae. This distinctive stork is found mainly in the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. It is greyish or white with glossy black wings, and the adult have gap in between the arched upper mandible and recurved lower mandible. Young birds are born without this gap, which is thought to be an adaptation that aids in handling of snails, their main prey. Although resident within their range, they make long-distance movements in response to weather and food availability.